Hi gang, Rob here. It is the morning of 24 October 2018, coming to you with a knife review of a new product from Great Eastern Cutlery. Not this knife though. This is my number 14 Lick Creek boys knife from back in 2016. Special factory order is this one from Lyle Fry, the father of the Lick Creek boys knife. Check it out. We have titty trim, but a Northfield looking blade, right? Cut swedge, long pull, satin finish with a special etch. A beautiful spear point, one of my favorite spears that GEC has ever done. So, mark side main, pile side pen blade, little diminutive pen blade. So a knife that's actually smaller than I like. 3 1/16 inch closed, 2 3/8 inch main blade. It's just tiny. It's a great watch pocket knife for your Levi's if that's your preferred location of carry. Love the jigging on this knife. Sometimes GEC's jigging tends to get a little geometric, a little bit man-made looking. This has almost that look of of a Northwoods, a Queen-made Northwoods Italian jig bone, which would have been made by Bill Howard back in the mid-2000s, 2005-ish, 2004. Just a really, really pretty jigging. I think this is autumn gold jig bone. Can't really remember what color they called it. I bought this knife not because it's really a knife that I wanted as a user. I bought it because I like Lyle a lot, and I really wanted one of his special factory orders for this first run of Lick Creek 14s. So fast forward 2 years, 2018, they're running more number 14s. Looky here, looky here. They're just starting to trickle in, and they've got a ton of different versions of this knife. Different colors, different SFOs for different people. This is a plain standard production Northfield. I love how they've changed the print on the top label to match the color of the covers. So this is a number 14 1218, an antique yellow jig bone. That means it's going to be a two-bladed knife with a clip point main. Yeah, it is. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Guys, they just absolutely nailed this. So we've got some changes, right, other than the blade shape. Notice the 2016 version, mark side main, pile side pen. On the new knife, a mark side pen, pile side main. And kind of a good thing they did it, because they give this thing a bit of a stout little pull. So if you need to kind of pry against the spine of that pen blade, pretty decent snap. This knife arrived new from Collector Knives Net, just a little tight. I've got some knife pivot lube in it, sort of soaking and softening it up a little bit. Working pretty good. But I would say that's a 6.5, 7, whereas the pull on this one was a 5, 5.5. Good snap on this one too, though. And check out the jigging. Sort of a coarse pattern on the 2016 run, and we've gone to almost a peach seed in the 2018, and again, they did a really good job. They made it look really nice, a little more random than usual, especially when you break it up with that gorgeous unexcelled shield. Let's look at the fit and finish, shall we? All 8 corners, dead smooth and flush. Back springs and backspacer. Beautiful fit. Termination of the springs is beautiful. Blade centering is beautiful. We have lined bolster, plain end cap. I love how the jigging just barely runs into the end cap. I love that look. No light penetration in the assembly. Just all the things that make GEC great. Both back springs flush when closed. Let's see. And if we're, like usual, a little proud at half stop on the pen blade. Back to flush when open. And quite a bit proud on that main blade at half stop, which gives it no, what do we call that? What does Evan call that? Blade rock at half stop. None of that here. Right? Nice solid half stop. And then back to dead flush when open. Let's take a good look at this pen or at this main blade, because although this knife a little smaller than I like, did they kill it? Did they kill it on that blade shape? Yes, they did. That is very much a Tom's Choice Barlow clip point. And not surprising, because there is a number 14 Tom's Choice Barlow in this run with a clip. Perfect proportion. Perfect. Perfect. Again, a knife a little smaller than I normally like to carry. Barely over 3 inches closed. And here's sort of how I came to own this knife. I forgot that I did it, but I had an early reserve at collectordives.net. And Mike notified me, and I thought, what the heck. Went ahead and bought it. The next day I get a call from my buddy Brian Hill from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Naples, Florida, depending on what season it is. Hey Rob, I really want one of these 14s, a 2-blade clip. And he's got a special one that he wants I'm not going to talk about, because I really don't want to tip anybody off, because I still haven't been able to find it for him yet, because it hasn't been made yet, and I want to make sure I get one. Anyway, I said, hey, I've got this one coming from Collector Knives. Just to tide you over. If you want it, you can have it after I review it. So this one will be heading to Ann Arbor later this afternoon, after I get done coon fingered and chicken eyeing it and all that stuff. What a beautiful little thing it is. Golly. Just another masterpiece from GEC. Another masterpiece from GEC. Let's lay these down here together. Get a little tight shot. What the heck? We'll just leave you with that. How about that? Beautiful. And guys, these are in process now. And man, I don't know how many versions and variations there are, but there are a lot. So, and there's even a Northwoods version in a rustic spear point. What is it? The Harrison Lake, something like you Northwoods guys know. You've already got them. But man, just going to be a really prolific pattern, I think, for GEC. And a lot of guys like this small boy's knife, smaller than a 15, just so you get a perspective on size. Let's see, I've got my number 15 in black linen micarta here for you. We'll set that right in between them about. So the 15 kind of dwarfs the 14. Let me back up a little here. And then compared to a man-size jackknife, there's a 78 in ebony wood. Yeah, what if we line them all up? What the heck? There. That's what they look like all together. So for those of you who like that sort of watch pocket size knife, you're going to want to get one of these, I think. And once again, if I haven't mentioned it recently, as of fall of 2018, the quality of fit and finish of Great Eastern Cutlery offerings is better than ever. Better than ever. How are they doing it on their sharpening? Of course, this one I've sharpened and carried. This one is like new in tube. It is brand new in tube, and you know what, boys? That knife probably cut just like it is. They're doing a good job. Doing a real good job. So, Brian, just stand by your mailbox. She'll be there Friday or Saturday. That's all for this one. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember, the word is sharp.